everybody, Backyard Bullion here. It's group order time, everybody. Yes, that's right, the January 2019 Silver Forum group order is now live. There's a post that I put up on the Silver Forum last week detailing everything that one needs to know about joining these group orders, and a lot of the information in that thread I'm going to regurgitate in the sort of second part of this video so that you guys can have a lot of your questions answered ahead of time, because that thread, I grant you, is a long thread. There's a lot of information in it, and a lot of people might prefer just to listen to me talk about it rather than read in depth on that Silver Forum post. So stick around if you're interested in joining, but today's video is basically to capture a lot of you out there who have followed what we do in these Silver Forum group orders. You'll notice that every kind of 6 weeks or so I have some of these ridiculously huge, I call them ridiculous huge monstrosities of unboxing videos. A lot of the time it can be literally thousands of ounces worth of silver, and we get that from Europe because we are still part of the EU for now. Now, Brexit is another thing altogether. In fact, the January group order, and possibly one more that we're looking to do before the end of March, could well be the very last group orders that we ever do because of Brexit and the implications that might have for purchasing silver from Europe. So, I mean, that's a topic for another time, and I'm sure I'll talk about that wondrous topic of Brexit, the topic which keeps on giving, I like to call it, at another time. But basically, in a nutshell, in the UK, we pay sales tax, VAT, at 20% if we buy silver. So if you wanted to buy this silver Valiant coin, you'd get your base price, and then you would add 20%, and usually shipping as well from whatever dealer it is. So of course that makes it quite exorbitantly expensive, really hits into any potential margins that you might want to make, or, you know, of course if you sell it back you don't necessarily get the 20% back that you've paid for sales tax. So, you know, there's quite a lot of risk involved in that sense, but buying from Europe allows one to take advantage of the different levels of VAT that are applied in different countries. And the European Mint, which is the company that we're using this time, again, link down in the description below to their website, are based in Estonia, and in Estonia they can operate under the VAT margin scheme, and if we instruct a courier to pick up all of the silver and then deliver it to us, then we do not pay any levels of VAT, which is very, very attractive. But of course, instructing a courier and having a big courier deliver lots of silver is not cheap, and by doing a group order like this we save on that costs individually, so we split it up between everybody, which means we can pick up wonderful silver coins like this at a greatly reduced price, which makes a huge difference for a lot of stackers. And these group orders have and will probably continue to prove to be incredibly popular with UK silver buyers, and in fact also some silver buyers within Europe as well. I've seen quite a few people in Sweden, for example, or Denmark. I've had a couple of customers in France as well join in on these group orders for smaller items. So it is possible to join in on these wherever you may be in Europe. Probably not worth it if you're in places like America, Canada, Australia, just because of A, the international shipping, but also you're probably paying cheaper prices for your silver anyway. But look, I start to digress. The whole purpose of these group orders is to hopefully bring an opportunity for a lot of you out there to purchase some reduced cost silver, some brilliant pieces like this that the European Mint offers at competitive prices. Love these unicorns. They were incredibly popular in the last time's group order, and I have no doubt that these this group order and possibly the next one, depending on Brexit and how that all goes, will be phenomenally huge. I have no doubt that we will be exceeding a couple of thousand ounces, maybe even breaking that 3,000 ounce mark over these coming weekends, because yeah, there's not much time left. If Brexit happens and we leave the EU, then this route that we use, this avenue that we use, will probably be closed off, and silver will be dying a death as a serious investment here in the UK. So lots of interesting stuff to come in the rest of this year for sure. So that is in a nutshell what the group order is all about. If you are interested, if you're finding out this for the first time and you've been buying your silver from UK dealers paying sales tax VAT, don't worry, you're not the only one that's done it. I did it right when I got started, as well as hundreds of other people out there. But if you are interested in finding out more, then get in touch via the Silver Forum. Now, there's a lot of information on that thread that I put up over on the Silver Forum, so I'm going to regurgitate a lot of that now. So this is kind of part 2 of the video. So basically, in a nutshell, I act as an intermediary. I act as an agent on your behalf, and I will basically purchase the silver on your behalf and then ship it, deliver it to you. I essentially act as a distribution agent for the European Mint. So the group order is open for 2 weekends. So if you are interested in joining in, there's this weekend and next weekend. Those are the only 2 weekends that we will be taking orders. And I only take orders on a weekend, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, I'm a busy person and I don't want to... I'm a busy person during the week. I've got a lot going on my plate at the moment and I don't want to miss anything or get things wrong. So a lot of the time I like to be able to put a block of time away on a weekend where I can sit down and get things done, record things properly and make sure that there's no mistakes. Secondly, on a weekend, the metal prices are fixed, so there's no fluctuation. So if I give you a price and you pay me 2 hours later, the price may well have gone up or down and then I have to rectify that, and that's just a lot of extra admin. So weekends are the only time that you can join in. So that means that the closing deadline for this is Sunday the 13th of January, and you'll need to have got me your orders and money by around about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on that Sunday. So anything after that, I'm afraid we'll be missing out on this particular group order. So it's just 2 weekends this time, and I have no doubt that there will be a huge number of orders coming in. So please be patient if you drop me a message over these weekends. I will get to them, but it will probably take a while. Once the group order has been closed on that last weekend, it'll probably be about 3 or 4 weeks before the silver is delivered to us. One of the ways that we are able to reduce the shipping costs of these is that they don't necessarily come, express delivery overnight. They come by a kind of more slower, yet still very secure and insured route. So it just takes a little bit longer to get the silver to us. But because of that, we are able to get a much, much reduced silver shipping cost. And I'll talk about the shipping costs in a bit when we go down through the rest of the T's and C's. Talking of T's and C's, of course, there are some terms and conditions which apply to joining this order. Now, of course, I am just the humble middleman here. I'm doing this, obviously, I benefit from it in terms of making videos with giant stacks of silver for my YouTube channel, but it's an awful lot of work and there's an element of risk in this as well. But I have to say, that from the T's and C's side of things, I cannot be held financially responsible for any loss or damage items part of this group order. Any items ordered are, of course, insured by the European Mint in terms of their delivery. So if there was a massive problem with the delivery getting lost or stolen or whatever, then of course, yes, we would be able to liaise with them to get those, to get that situation rectified and sorted out. But it's not me that is held financially responsible. That's kind of, I hope you guys understand why we are doing that. There's a bunch of other little bits of T's and C's, so go and have a look on the Silver Forum thread, but essentially it's just some of them there to cover myself as the intermediary here. Now, the European Mint is the dealer that we are using, and the way that you go about placing an order is that you go onto their website, theeuropeanmint.com, links down in the description below and over on their website. Basically, you just choose what you want. The website prices are what you will be looking to pay for your items, whether it's one of the Valiant coins here, the Unicorns, the Britannias, whatever it might be. You then message me over on the Silver Forum, and I like to keep that over on the Silver Forum rather than by email, just because it's so much easier for me to track, manage and maintain, and also supply updates to everybody out there. And please, when you send over your shopping list to me, include clickable hyperlinks, because it takes so long to go through each and every line item, searching for, adding to baskets, etc. It just takes a long time. So hyperlinks, please. That will make things go a lot smoother for me. Once I've got your shopping list, I will give you a price in euros, which I'll then convert into pounds using TransferWise, which is the method by which I pay European Mint. And then you pay me, and you pay me by a bank's transfer. That's the only method I'm accepting this time round. PayPal are pretty crappy, and I'm sure I'll be talking about PayPal at some point this year. But I personally think PayPal are dying a slow death, and I'll talk about that another time. But anyway, bank's transfer is the only method by which I accept payment. Once you pay me, your order is then locked in, and I will confirm it with the European Mint. Then that is done. They are locked. Once we have got everything locked, once the 2 weekends worth of orders have been done, I will then send everybody out their share of international postage. Now, we talked a little bit about international postage earlier in the video. Basically, international postage is 1.2% of the value of your order. So if you spend 500 euros, your share of the international shipping is 6 euros, which is considerably less than if you would have ordered directly with the European Mint. I think, to put it in perspective, approximately you'd be looking about 40 euros for that kind of level of purchase. So huge difference in shipping costs, international shipping costs. However, of course, you do have to pay shipping from me to you once the goods arrive to me here in the UK. Now, there's a table over on the Silver Forum which lists all of the different options. It's a guide table, it's not definitive, but basically, you know, if you want to have just coming by regular second class mail, it's like £2 or £1.50 depending on the weight. If you want special delivery, you know, it's like £7.50, £8.50, whatever it might be, or £11, £12 depending on the insurance level you want. Insurance is an important thing to remember. Once I send the goods to you, it's only insured by Royal Mail. It's no longer insured by the European Mint. So if you want to have something that's insured, you need to select special delivery, which of course costs a little bit more, but you're still overall paying quite a lot less than you would be by ordering directly. So some people order by second class regular mail. Personally, I wouldn't be comfortable with that, but they do. But bear in mind that there's no precious metal insurance for that. In terms of weight allowances, up to 2 kilos is probably what I would recommend from ordering from the European Mint as part of this group order. That can be done for a roughly £11 or £12 via special delivery. Anything beyond that, we're looking at kind of either 2 parcels, which of course adds the cost, or 1 very large parcel up to 10 kilos, which is £29. So still ends up saving you quite a lot of money if you wanted to buy. So, you know, you can buy, if you want to, 300 ounces of silver, but you will have to obviously factor in the insurance values for special delivery items. So that is pretty much how it works. It's that simple. You choose what you want. You tell me what you want, I tell you the price, you pay me, and then in 3 or 4 weeks' time, hopefully we get the delivery and we'll do the giant unboxing, sort it, organise it, wrap it, post it. You'll get your silver. That is how it works. A lot of people ask, is it worth it to join? Well, yes, I think in my opinion it is, my humble opinion. Not only do you get better prices on your silver, but there are other added benefits to joining this order. For example, you don't have to faff around with international banks transfers. You also don't have to faff around with getting an account set up with the European Mint or any of the other dealers that we've used in the past. I've got that all done. I've set up my account with TransferWise as well, which is all, you know, identity verified and money laundering checked and everything. So, you know, there's all of those things to factor in. It's just easy from your side of things. So, you know, I think it's pretty good service that we offer, and we don't charge for it. So that's the big last thing to talk about. We don't charge for the service. You know, I get benefits out of this in terms of reputation, in terms of getting content for you guys here on YouTube to put some big unboxing videos out there. What we do say though is if you are so inclined and would like to include a tip or service charge, we recommend £1. A lot of you put in more than that and we really appreciate it. You know, we've had one person who gave us £25 tip, which was the equivalent of what he would save on shipping as if he ordered directly. But I'm like, well, why are you doing that? What's the point? And he said, no, it was for the giant Chinese takeaway. He basically wanted to pay for our whole takeaway that Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I get when we organise these and do them and have that huge 24-hour turnaround period where we unbox, wrap, sort and post out 2,000 ounces of silver. So some people do that and that's really, really kind. So thank you for that. But otherwise we don't charge for the service. Any tips that you give are very much appreciated and they really do help to keep Mrs. Backyard Bullion interested and involved in these group orders. Of course, there are other benefits that we can get from it as well as the Backyard Bullion brand. If you so wanted to purchase any Backyard Bullion hand-poured silver, we can offer discounts because a lot of the prices that I have are inclusive of postage and packaging. So if you are interested in getting any hand-poured silver at some discounted rates, then you can do so by combining it in with the group order. That's it really, that's how it works. Lots of information there. If you have any thoughts or questions on the group order, then please do let me know either here or you can go over to the Silver Forum and you can drop me a comment or an email or a message over on the Silver Forum messaging system. I hope that's everything covered, I think it is. If you want to get involved, head on over to the Silver Forum. It's a Silver Forum exclusive. Not only does it, of course, benefit the European Mint by having lots of business go their way, but we help by kind of supporting and growing the Silver Forum membership base as well. So make sure you go over and join the Silver Forum. It's free to join. You don't have to be a paid member to join these group orders. Otherwise, that is it. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed listening to me ramble about how to join the group order, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to get future updates on this group order as it progresses, then make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already done so, and the alarm bell if you have already subscribed so that you get a notification when I upload videos. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.